What's going on, buddy? Good to see you.
You too. Were you guys talking shit about me?
Yes.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, really? What were you saying?
Oh, yeah.
We were debating whether or not you read the book, of course.
Only one way to find out.
There is only one way.
Damn, ye have little faith in my ability.
Dude, I just, you're just most consistently the one who doesn't read.
Look, I don't force myself to do anything I don't enjoy. If I start reading it and I don't like it, I probably will stop reading it. However, fortunately for you guys, unless Anthony, you have something to say.
No, I don't want to ruin the momentum of this good news. What sounds to be good news. So go ahead.
It's going to be great news. Not only this, the first time ever in the last 3 hours, I read all 12 issues.
Nice. I literally said 3 hours is how long it would take. Because
he literally did say that.
It's a quick read.
Oh, yeah. So, like, I mean, it is a quick read, but like I crunched it. I was like, all right, I need to read these 12. And it was awesome. I liked it a lot.
Okay, but before we go into it, I want to catch y'all up on some ish.
All of you always have shit to tell us.
Dude, okay.
Half the podcast is Cody updating us about his life.
Dude, my life's been bananas lately.
Nice.
Okay, so Saturday was Chris Gethard.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
Hell yeah.
Dude, oh shit, I need to send it to you. I got 2 videos from I actually haven't even watched them, if I'm being honest.
Oh, shit.
But 2 videos of my set. I did like 10 minutes, I think, 9-10 minutes. And it was one of the best sets I've ever had.
Whoa.
Nice.
Dude, I was on fire.
Nice.
Packed out show, sold out show.
Like how many people?
110. And that's not including like employees and free people that we let in. So
Nice.
realistically, like I'd say like 120 people.
Nice.
And fucking absolutely, I crushed this dude, Nick Fierro, I think, from Jersey, is Gethard's opener. He was hilarious. He really complimented me. Second time this year, motherfuckers. Second time this year. Somebody was like, dude, this scene that you're building here is something fucking special. He was
Nice.
like, he literally was like, I don't know if I'm seeing anybody around the country building a DIY scene like this.
Fuck yeah.
So that's the second time I've got that this year. Fucking Gethard, sweetest dude ever. His new hour is incredible.
Really?
He's a sweetheart. Yeah, dude, it's so good. He's one of those comedians that like gets really tender and actually like makes you like, it's not all comedy. He goes like,
right.
You know, periods, which like some people hate that. Some people dude, I thought it was incredible. Everybody who was there was like, that was the best stand-up I've ever seen.
Nice.
Chris Gethard talks a lot about mental health, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit mental, is it?
Dude, he was incredible. So that was Saturday. Sunday, I didn't do anything crazy. I worked. Monday.
Then why are you telling us about Sunday? Skip that.
Yeah, we only want to hear crazy shit.
Okay, Monday, I went to a fucking river float with a bunch of my friends for my roommate's birthday. And real talk, like I'm not going to throw names or anything. I might even opt to edit this at some point. But we basically like had a big ass orgy. Dude, yeah, we did a lot of mushrooms and DMT and drank, and everybody got really weird. And we went skinny dipping, and everybody got weird. It was a good old time.
Nice. Very, very Greek, like these nudists in the river bathing and fucking.
Drug-induced orgy.
Dude, but yeah. And
DMT orgy.
And then
I'm more jealous of the DMT part. Where did you get your hands
I was like, what? Cody
Where
did
you
DMT?
get your hands on DMT?
My buddy bought it for Mary's birthday.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. And man, I blasted off one time.
Dude,
how deep did you go to the DMT realm?
Yeah. How deep? Yeah.
Dude, it was a pretty crazy trip. I literally just like was flying and like, just like, I felt like I was swimming in this one though. Like not like I didn't, you know how usually you feel like you just like zoom.
Oh yeah, you get blasted there. It's not subtle. It's not subtle at all.
This one, I felt like I was swimming through the air. Like it was like
That's
I was
cool.
not. Yeah, it was really weird. Like very physical. It wasn't all head. I was like very physically high, and which we did put it over weed. That's how we smoked it.
Nice.
And
Cody,
dude,
it revealed your true aquatic nature that we already knew.
Dude, I'm a water dog. Everyone kept calling me River Dad.
River Dad.
Dude, because I'm the most experienced kayaker of the group, and I was like helping people and telling people like the proper way. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do know a lot. I would never call you River Dad though.
That's what dude, it was a fun time. It was a great couple days. Did that, got back, immediately went to work. The next day, all I'm saying is my life, I've been going nonstop. Like,
You didn't take a day of rest after the DMT orgy. That was
DMT orgy.
The day after that, it was the day after that was motherfucking the kayaking trip. And we camped out, kayaked, camped out again. I came back and worked. After work, I went to a friend's birthday party, went to bed, got up the next morning at 6, went to work, worked 2 jobs yesterday. After work, my sister's band was playing a show, and it was the day of my roommate's actual birthday, and she was celebrating at the show. So last night, I went out and went hard. Got up this morning. I went hard. I was out till 3 a.m. Got up this morning, helped a woman that I bang moved a whole ass house today. Then I went to my job, and here I am podcasting. Tomorrow, I'm getting up at 7, taking KO whitewater rafting for the first time, Jake.
Nice.
Robin's taking KO down the river with me.
Oh shit, you're going with Robin?
Yeah, dude.
Shout out to Robin. He is our boy Moses' father. He's cool as shit. We can edit that out if we want to. I just felt like he's good.
Dude.
He's good at Robin.
Robin's-
I fuck with Robin.
Dude, I fuck with Robin heavy. That dude's like a second dad to me, you know?
He's cool as shit. The OG. He's been nothing but nice and hospitable. Him and Pam. Every time I go, they feed you. They take care
Dank
of you.
food.
Yeah, dank food.
Country people food.
They take you down rivers. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah. And so and then Sunday, I might be getting, if not Sunday, they said they'll definitely have me at a show 2 weeks from now. But Sunday,
at the where?
At the Pittsburgh Improv.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like my first show there, basically my audition. And if it is Sunday, I'll be guesting for this comedian I really like, Joe Mackey?
Joe Manganiello?
No.
Joe Manchin? Cody's opening for Joe Manchin? Damn.
I don't know, some politician, Joe Mancini or something.
Dude, if it was Joe Manchin, I'd go to prison for attacking that man. Fuck Joe Manchin, dude.
I would go and perform and then the whole time just be like, what a fucking pussy you are until they take you off stage. But I'm still going to get that check.
Yeah. I'm getting paid before I take the stage.
Yeah. And then I pull a fucking Jack Ruby.
Oh, hell yeah.
We may or may not edit that one out too.
No, we got to keep that in because it shows that you are Prince Robot, Jake. If you're anyone in this story, you're Prince Robot.
Hell no, I am not Prince Robot.
Dude, okay, let's get into it, guys. Let's dive in. Yeah, dude, I love Prince Robot. I love every fucking character in this book. But let's get into it.
Introduce
I'm
it,
doing
Cody. It's
it.
your shit.
Dude, guys, this week we are talking one of my favorite fucking comic books of all time, Saga. And thanks again for tuning in to another motherfucking episode. I'm Cody Cannon. We got my boy Jake FH. We got my boy Anthony Iannaccio. And we are Comics and Chronic, motherfucker.
Damn.
Great intro, bro.
Dude, this is one of my favorite comic books. Plain it.
That's what I was waiting for.
Dude, I'm gonna jump into it. One of my favorite books ever.
I very much want to continue reading it.
Hell yeah.
Dude, it was sick. It was like a cool use of magic without being like, I don't know, lame about
Magic in space.
Yeah, magic in space. Very
without being whack about it.
Yeah, without being whack about it. Dude, I loved the whole like spells take ingredients and he's like, tell me a secret.
Yeah. Exactly.
That shit's cool.
Well, before we go too much, further ahead, Brian K. Vaughan wrote it. Brian K. Vaughan, Why the Last Man. May have read that. I've never read Why the Last Man, but I hear.
I'm actually planning on reading it.
Yeah, I've always wanted to.
We should just read it and do it.
Yeah, that would be a sick thing to do because it's only like we could kind of depending on how we
volumes, isn't there?
Yeah, there's like 12 or something like that.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Well, we could always do like one or two, first. Two.
Yeah. Or we could do it kind of like we plan this, you know what I mean? Just like every couple months, do another couple volumes or something.
Yeah, for sure.
And
then we also have Fiona Staples with the art.
Dude,
very incredible.
Cool.
I love the art.
Fiona Staples does this Brian Azzarello comic I'm reading, but I'm not sure.
Dude, her art blows me away. So, dude, I have every intention. I've even like started courting an artist about this of getting Saga tattooed, characters tattooed on me.
Nice. So who would you get tattooed?
Dude, I'm getting the fucking cast, and I'm gonna get it around my fucking leg.
Nice.
I'm gonna get all of them, dude.
All of them. I mean, there's a lot of characters.
I like the lion cat, dude.
Lion cat.
That's
definitely.
Yeah, I fucks with the lion cat heavy.
Dude,
She's cool.
Honestly, I would honestly almost make Jake. I'd be willing to give Jake Lion Cat as a character too.
Jake is Lion Cat.
I want to be I felt more like Lion Cat.
I would say it's. I could see Jake being both Lion Cat or Prince Robot.
Prince Robot, yeah.
Prince Robot was a sinister little fuck.
Dude, one of my favorite things. Okay, one of my favorite things about this story is every character. Even if they're villains, everybody's complicated. Nobody's perfect. Yep. Everyone is very flawed.
The Will is cool.
The Will is awesome.
He's cool as fuck. Hard anti-hero vibes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Han Solo inspired
exactly.
For sure.
For sure, easily.
Dude, I also love Fiona Staples or Brian or both of them, whoever's decision to have a lot of the characters look like people of color.
Yeah, it's a very
it's a very diverse cast of characters.
Within it already diverse because there's like unicorn people and horned people and winged people and robot people and it's crazy, but it's awesome. Dude, even like that dude's lover was that spider creature, the Stalk.
The Stalk.
Dude, I would definitely fuck aliens in this universe 100%. I'd fuck a lot of the alien characters in this book.
Dude, Alana was hot.
Yeah, that was the cool thing about this book is that it didn't shy away from sex. It didn't shy away from nudity.
Oh, no, it was right up in there.
And it didn't feel edgelord about it. It was just like as like a normal thing.
Dude, this book, while being a sci-fi fantasy story, you know what I mean? Like heavily, it feels very grounded in reality, like with the themes and the issues and the conversations it's having and stuff like that.
Sometimes the dialogue with like cursing in comics is always kind of like when you read a lot of Marvel and DC comics, you don't expect it. So when you see it in here, it's like, oh, they're cursing. Sometimes it seems like they're cursing just because they could curse, which is fine. But sometimes there's a lot of just like, okay, now you're just saying fuck because you could say fuck. You know what I mean? Some of the dialogue felt that way sometimes.
Man, I'd almost fucking fight you for saying that.
I don't feel like that. I agree with Cody. I don't think there's gratuitous use of curse words in the
No, I'm not saying gratuitous. I just the way it was used. That's the part that felt like a little edgelord.
I don't know.
To me.
I disagree because listen to how often we say fuck, you know?
But the way we say it is more normal. I don't know. It's the way they say they curse in Saga sometimes is like they use. I would have had to save an example, but I didn't. So forget this point. Moving on. Fucking fuckity fuck.
Let's care if I jump into the plot summary.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so Saga, man. I fucking love this book. It's in some ways like not the most original story, but it's done so goddamn originally. Two star-crossed lovers from opposing sides of an army fall in love.
Very Romeo and Juliet inspired.
Yeah, very Romeo and Juliet inspired. But this starts out opening pages with the birth of their child. And it's basically a story about their travels. Both of sides are want them dead and gone. Both sides want them dead, want this whole thing hidden because it's these two forces, a planet and its moon, Wreath and
Landfall.
Yeah, and it's these two. One on Wreath is the planet, right?
Landfall's the planet.
Wreath is the orbiting moon of which the horned people are from, which is Marco's people.
Alana's people are the winged people on Landfall.
Yeah, and the winged people on Landfall rely on tech and science, and the horned people on Wreath rely on magic.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I was all horned people. I liked his use of magic. He fucked shit up.
Yeah, it's easy to root for Wreath in the situation, but as the story goes on, you start to realize Wreath isn't completely innocent about some of the things it does.
Spoken like a true colonizer.
One scene I'm thinking of is it was actually but there's a scene where Prince Robot is flashing back and that hamster or whatever is going to help him, and he's like, "Oh, the gas is coming," and he's like, that's okay. It's non-lethal. They said, they promised the peace accords or whatever. And he's just kind of looks at him, and then it's just like he just explodes.
Yeah, it was a magic.
It was a she.
It was a magic grenade.
She. Yeah. It was like sorry,
the mouse was a she. She was like a medic, and it was from fighting the horned people. So like the horned people made this crazy enchanted toxic shit.
Yeah. But you got the impression they weren't supposed to be doing that.
Oh, for sure. No, yeah, definitely.
And so like these two eternal, very much a critique of the way the US handles war.
Yes.
They stop having war at their home worlds and basically outsource it to different worlds across the galaxy.
Yeah, it's a proxy war.
Yeah, all of these different alien species are all getting sucked into it. Everybody has to pick a side, kind of.
Yeah. And classic Empire versus Rebellion scenario.
Yeah.
Except there's no it's you would know a winged person and a horned person would be bitter enemies, but then when you're out in space, you don't know whose side is on whose side. So like no one's ever really quite safe in this world.
Yeah, I mean there's some that have picked clear sides, like the robots.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I liked the ghost girl.
Isabel.
She was cool as fuck, I thought. Dude, when she turns into that gorilla and is like, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, she's so dope.
It was like an off the wall, zany, sexy, funny, romantic like comic book. It was pretty dope, man.
Dude, yeah,
it all.
It's funny. Dude, it makes you sad. Like when going back to when that hamster died, I really felt bad for her.
Yeah.
Like, her and the robot were flirting and talking, and then she's like, I don't want to die, help me.
Yeah.
And, begging for help, and then her head just explodes. It's brutal.
Super.
I liked the scene with Prince Robot and the author.
Yeah, Oswald. That scene.
One I do.
Yeah. That scene felt very Tarantino-y.
Oh, for sure. Truth be told, and I hope this doesn't sound like great. I was reading it and I was like, okay, this is Samuel Jackson, obviously. It felt very Django, like him and Walt Goggins are the last two people alive when they're both shot and wounded. And so like I was picturing it like in Sam Jackson's voice when I was reading.
Dude, that was okay. We're gonna have to do it. That was actually one of the people I was thinking about for casting when we get to that.
Yeah.
Oswald, because I've sat and thought about all of these fucking characters. That being said, would you guys prefer to see this in live action or cartoon?
Invincible style cartoon.
That's what I was thinking. My guy.
I would do that. I would be down for that.
Yeah.
Because if you do a series on Netflix or something like that, nah, you can't. You would need an insane budget to make it right, because we've seen even Marvel can't really, pull off a show and develop a world on screen in the same way it feels Star Wars, the same way it feels watching a movie. Now, Saga, a movie, is I would trust live action a bit more, but that would obviously be something where you would have to go on forever, kind of. It kind of fits its show. So I think animated show, and Invincible style like that.
Dude, Invincible style.
Yeah,
that would be sick.
Or like around that. You could add a little more.
Show the fucking and show everything.
Yeah.
Show the fucking.
Dude, show the blood and
There's
gore.
literally a sex planet.
Yeah,
Sextillion.
Sextillion.
Dude, Jake, you would 100% go to Sextillion.
Dude, honestly, after they saw that they sell children, I don't think I would support that.
Okay, but the thing, I'm not saying
can't believe you like that.
No, I'm not. Fuck you, Jake. I'm just saying, not everybody knew that. Clearly,
it's a dark part of the planet, and it's something that
if it's a sex planet, I have to imagine that anything goes on that crazy thing.
Yeah, and you realize right away it's like a corrupt place. I mean, it's hard to get away from the Star Wars comparisons with this. It's kind of like adult Star Wars if you really want to be basic about how to describe it, but it's not. It's different. But this kind of planet is something that you could see. The kid-friendly version, take away the sex, but they're just kind of seedy people that, it's the kind of planet scoundrels. The will is I could see Han Solo going to Sextillion, what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude.
Or any of the bounty hunters in that one bar in Star Wars. It's filled with the most vile scum.
Exactly. Most obviously,
villainy, scum and villainy, right?
Yeah.
Cum and villainy on Sextillion.
Hey.
So I would, for me, the universe is it's possibly, I would put it in my top 3 favorite sci-fi fantasy universes.
It's a great universe.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. It is a great universe, and it's literally a blend of sci-fi and magic.
Yeah.
Dude, they're speaking Latin / Spanish when they're
it had a very Spanish, Portuguese.
Do you know what was weird?
Kind of.
And I was actually forgot to say. When you were reading it, of course, it didn't really you just kind of knew what they were saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. When it was flashbacks of Marco as a kid or his dad. Didn't.
Yeah. You knew it was pretty sweet, honestly.
Wait, also it's off of that point, the narration also of the entire story. There's no caption boxes. It's just written.
It's all just wrapped around a planet in one panel.
Yeah, and that's because the story is being told from Marco and Alana's daughter Hazel, from her point of view, which is also awesome because she's just a baby here, so she survives in the future at some point. I really like that story element, the way they narrate the entire thing. That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's coming from Hazel,
very sweet toothy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Coming from Hazel, it's just so. It's a beautiful story. You know what I mean?
Because she knows things about it that haven't been revealed to the reader yet, and as the story goes on, she kind of hints at certain things before they happen, and you're kind of like, "What? No! Why are you telling me this is about to happen?" It's kind of Game of Thrones-esque in the sense that be prepared. In the first 2 volumes, something like this kind of happens where they introduce characters and then not all characters make it out. But as the story goes on, no one you like is safe, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's the really crazy thing about Saga, where it's damn, they really, no one is safe. So I won't say more than that about any of the characters we know, but that's, it's hard to read when it's about to happen. You know what I mean?
I'll just say this. I also like the Will's agent, the seahorse dude.
Yeah.
That's who I would be if I
Would you? Yeah, dude, I could see you being the agent.
And then who's also the dude with the wings? Like the Gale, the agent.
Gale, he kind of works for like the CIA or something.
Yeah, he's who also looks kind of like Neil Gaiman's Satan or Lucifer. I mean,
yeah. He reminded me of someone from Archer. Why can't I think of the dude? There's a character in Archer.
I actually thought that. I thought reading it has Archer vibes.
Yeah, it kind of has.
The art is archery in a good way.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
But yeah, okay, I could see Jake as any of those characters.
Yeah, I would be those guys. They're fun too. There's just a slew of good characters.
Every character, even like, dude, Brian K. Vaughan is a fucking master, dude. And every character you kind of care about, even like if it's just visually, you know what I mean? Like Gus.
Yeah. By the way, we're only talking about, we didn't
Volume
even say
1
this,
and 2.
Volume 1 and 2. So the first 12 issues.
12 issues.
Of Saga. We're not going to talk past that because I'm sure, there's some things we could talk about that would
I also didn't read past that. So
yeah, exactly. So it's just the first 2 volumes we'll be talking about. There's a lot of volume. I think there's at least 10 volumes out right
I've
now.
seen in the store. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I think the 10th just came out.
I would I'm going to continue reading it, but like even if this was it, I kind of liked it. I was like, nice.
Yeah,
it's just like it's never-ending adventure, space adventure.
It does a really good job. It definitely would have to be a show because it's very cliffhangery. Every issue at the end of
on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And it also, there's so many story threads that it would lend itself to a TV show. So following so many characters at once, because the stories interweave. Like when you get Prince Robot, you are getting a different part of the story. You're getting the side of Landfall. You're getting, like you said, Gale's side where he kind of works for the government and he knows he's trying to set things straight on that end. And then you get the Will, who's a free agent basically, but he's getting caught up in this. When he goes to Sextillion, he saves that girl. He's a freelancer, yeah. But we know, so on Sextillion, before he kills the little girl's pimp, basically, whoever the dude that runs that whole planet, he's like
Mama Son?
Not Mama Son. He kills some dude. He doesn't kill Mama Son. He kills some dude.
Yeah, Mama Son was the one that runs the planet.
Oh, she runs the planet, but that's what I'm saying. This dude was like the little girl's pimp or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's wrong, but killing me is okay. He's like, I know what you did, the Will. Like, first of all, of course, killing him is okay. Fuck that. That's a terrible what he did. And killing this motherfucker is what he deserves. But you get a sense that the Will has done some fucked up shit that we're not seeing. And I like the way that just from that one sentence, you're like, damn, the Will, we don't know what the Will has done. You're rooting for the Will, but we really don't know what the Will has done in the past, It's
heavily implied that he killed the child.
Yeah, or something fucked up. Exactly. Like, the Will, like, you can't trust him. Like, he's also hunting down the heroes of the story that we are on their side, He wants Hazel dead. He wants Alana and Marco dead.
He's also a mercenary.
The whole story is them on the run.
Yes.
Marco and Alana are on the run because both governments want them dead. They want the fact that they had a kid is like, it's an abomination to both societies. Yeah. It's terrible. It's the worst thing that could have happened.
And I feel like it shows that the government. I feel like the governments want the wars to continue, just kind of like, of course, the same way as like, just again, like Brian K. Vaughan does a really good. I read an interview about it when it came out, and Brian K. Vaughan got inspired to write the story when his first kid was born. And it's kind of about the guilt he felt bringing a kid into our world in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, and
because
it's very critical of like the American war machine and all the propaganda and all of the lives it touches, kind of.
Yeah.
But without being on the nose about it, But without being on the nose about it.
Have you ever read Pride of Baghdad by Brian K. Vaughan?
No,
but I've listened to Bombs Over Baghdad by Outkast.
Bombs Over Baghdad. Good song. But no, Pride of Baghdad is about a group of lions. And they could talk. It's kind of like Lion King, but they're lions that were in a zoo in Iraq when America was I guess when America invaded Iraq. And you get it from like it's a similar kind of thing where it's a story about lions, but he's really talking about the war in Iraq and making commentary about that. So, yeah, I like the whole thing about them having a kid in like the worst possible time and them being the worst possible combination of parents in that scenario and still making it work. Like that's another great thing about Saga. It's like Marco and Alana struggling to just raise a kid, like while all this is happening. Like, yes, all of this is happening. That's the story, but it's the most relatable grounded part, I think, is that, you know, them trying to raise a kid while all this is happening.
Yeah, for sure.
Cody's like, raising kids, what would I know about that?
Yeah, I don't know nothing. As soon as it came out, I was like, you're going to have to figure it out on your own, buddy. I don't got any answers. But dude, that's honestly why I think this comic, because this comic came out right around the time Kea was born, like
2012.
Oh, yeah. So he was 2 actually, or no? Are you sure 2012? Because I read it.
Nah, it had to be 2012. That's at least when the first issue came out.
Shit.
Okay. Well, regardless.
Where were you for those first 2 years, Cody? Not reading Saga.
But dude, I love this comic, man. It's just one of the I remember getting it as it was coming out. So
ooh, nice.
Yeah, like I would just every time a volume came out, I would instantly order it. Like I would pre-order those bitches because I was so excited. So who do you guys want to voice these motherfuckers?
Ooh, okay. Let's do Marco and Alana. They're kind of like the mains.
Yeah.
Well, we had mentioned Archer already, right?
I don't want to use Archer actors.
You don't want to use Archer actors, but for Alana, I thought from Archer, what's her name? Aisha
Tyler?
Aisha Curry?
Aisha Tyler, yeah. I feel like she would make a great Alana.
That's true. I can see that.
Because
I could see
you know, like I think actually that's who I picture in my head when I read the book. Like I hear her voice. Like she's Alana for me. That's an easy one.
Nice.
What about Marco?
Marco.
I feel like he should be a Latino actor.
That's what I was thinking too.
Javier Bardem.
John Leguizamo.
A young John Leguizamo for sure.
Yeah.
Young John Leguizamo.
Experience like Super Mario Brothers John Leguizamo. He put that.
What's his name?
Oh, Diego Luna from Rogue One. What about Diego Luna?
I kind of like that.
I was going to say, what's his name from Ant-Man?
What? No. He's hilarious, but that's
Michael Pena?
Michael Pena?
Dude, he's like an older dude.
And he is also too comedic. I feel like Marco's pretty stiff. Marco's kind of like he's a pacifist warrior. Like he could fuck shit up, but he doesn't want to use violence. He's against violence. He went
into that like berserker rage with his sword.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, that was insane. And then Alana hits him with a stun gun.
Yeah.
Yep. The stun.
Dude, that scene when the Stalk stabs Marco and then threatens to like kill Alana and take the baby. She like puts the gun to her baby's head.
Yeah.
And the Stalk's like,
so fucking badass.
And she's like, yeah, it was so badass. And she's like, starts like charging it up.
The Stalk is like, oh shit, you're really about to do that.
That shit was hardcore.
Real talk, out the gates, Alana and Marco, while being on the run, and they're very capable. They are warriors, you know what I mean? And they're fighting for their lives.
Yeah, they feel like they feel like they're bad at what they do, and they kind of are. Even Isabel, the babysitter ghost, will admit, you know, they don't know what the fuck they're really doing when it comes to Hazel. Even Marco's parents, when they run into them, they're like, what are you doing? Like, you guys shouldn't be parents. But they still make it work, you know, even if Marco almost dies, and they constantly are almost dying.
Yeah, when they needed snow to heal his wounds.
Yep. But they make it work, like Cody said.
Dude,
Isabel's cool as shit, actually.
Yeah, dude. One of my favorite characters.
Ooh, who would you cast as Isabel?
Ooh.
Oh, Isabel. Have to be What's her name that played Kate Bishop?
Haley Steinfeld.
Maybe she's a little old.
I feel like it's got to be maybe someone younger.
Zendaya.
Dude, honestly, why not?
Why not? Yeah, it's a ghost girl. Who cares?
Or what? Yeah. Okay.
Zendaya as Isabel. That works.
Okay.
That works.
Cool.
Mr. Robot, Prince Robot.
Ooh, Prince Robot. Someone that just sounds like a dick.
I was honestly gonna make them British.
I was kind of
Prince Robot should
maybe Will Arnett.
Will Arnett as Prince Robot.
Yeah.
But he can't. He has. I feel like Prince Robot's also like super dry. Like I feel like you wouldn't want him to be goofy.
Yeah,
because you're laughing at him just because he's so serious about everything he does. You know, I like the idea of a British actor. That makes sense.
Yeah, just because they're all royalty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just kind of feels
which British.
I don't know. Like the Robot Planet is very much like a caste
Jamie
system.
Lannister.
Ooh.
I know we've used him before, but
Nicholas,
he seems Prince Robot-ish.
Dude, he would be a sick Prince Robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That guy.
Yup. Okay. We're making some moves. We're making some moves.
I'm trying to think who were like the mains. What about the Stalk?
Or the Will.
Or the Will. Stalk or the Will, yeah.
The Will could be Channing Tatum. That seems like a...
I don't know if I see that.
I don't like it.
Really? Okay.
I would go more with for the Will. How about I would say more than Channing Tatum, I'd see like Oscar Isaacs, but
no, I don't see Oscar Isaac either.
I was thinking more
Oscar
of
Isaac as Marco, maybe. I could also see that.
Oscar Isaac is getting like old now. I picture Marco's younger.
Yeah, they're both young.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the younger side.
They're like late 20s, it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe even Aisha Tyler wouldn't be young enough to do that if we're saying we only could be younger people.
What's her name from Invincible? The girlfriend from
Zazie Beetz?
Yeah.
In Atlanta also?
That could work.
I'm down with Zazie Beetz as Alana.
Zazie Beetz.
Who would you get for Lying Cat?
It's just going to be well, it's animated, so.
But he says lying. I think the only obvious choice.
Says Lying Cat is another female character.
Still, I was going to say Vin Diesel, but now that you pointed out, since it's she.
Kate Blanchett.
Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson
is lying. That would be so obnoxious.
Yeah,
that would be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like the book is funny, right? But I feel like the humor doesn't come from them purposely trying to be jokey. It's just like the characters are so true to themselves. Like Lying Cat saying lying when you know someone's basically she's basically saying that's bullshit. You know, like
yeah, it's like calling bullshit in the game. Bullshit.
Yeah.
There's one where she says lying, and the Will says a dead dog could have told me that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so. Dude, yeah, they have such chemistry. When they were fleeing.
Oh, we forgot about so Marco. We find out Marco was engaged.
Oh, Gwendolyn.
To Gwendolyn, yeah.
Snack, my dude.
Yeah. Gwendolyn's a baddie. Let's make her Aisha Tyler. Let's make her Aisha Tyler.
Really? I was gonna go more someone else, honestly.
Who? Go for it.
I don't know, Lupita Nyong'o.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, she would be good for that.
What up? You know who I got?
Who?
You know who I got?
Who?
Fucking. What's her name from? Why am I blanking? Insecure. Fucking.
Oh. Yeah. She'd be cool as Gwendolyn. Issa Rae.
Yeah, Issa Rae.
I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, Issa Rae could work for Gwendolyn.
Now
is that everybody?
Dude, we got the parents. Bar, and what's the mom's name? We got Oswald, who might as well be Samuel L.
Oh yeah,
Jackson.
you called that in the beginning.
He's already casted as Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
We already know Marco's dad is gonna be Stephen Lang.
Oh, that's
everyone listening should know that should expect that.
All male comic book characters can more or less be played by Stephen Lang.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know who I was gonna cast as the dad? Fucking what's his name? That He was gone. No, he was gone.
Gonzo the Muppet.
No, Gandhi. He was in.
Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
Oh, that works.
Yeah,
As the dad.
I can see Ben Kingsley as the dad.
Sir Ben Kingsley. Let's not be
Sir
his title.
Ben Kingsley as the dad.
Okay, what about his mom?
What's her name from Everything Everywhere, man?
Ooh.
Michelle Yeoh?
Yeah.
Michelle Yeoh as the mom? Okay. Jake will allow it.
Hell yeah.
Wait, the Stalk. What about the Stalk? Who should be the Stalk? What about what's her name?
Hot.
I was gonna say what's her name from The Witch? Anya Taylor Joy. I feel like she could be the Stalk.
I like that.
Right?
I like that a lot.
Dude, I would definitely fuck the Stalk.
I don't know if I could get behind it. All the spider legs.
Dude,
the Will got behind it.
I know,
I'm going to.
He fell in love.
Spider cheeks.
Okay, so
he made a sex tape with the Stalk.
Did he really?
Yeah, you see.
You're right. Yeah.
First of all, the Will is definitely smoking a joint all the time. That's weird. It doesn't seem like it's a cigarette. It seems like it's a joint.
We actually never casted the Will.
No, yeah, we said Channing Tatum. It was a perfect casting choice.
I'd rather die.
Why? He's not that bad.
You know who I could see as him? The dude who plays
James McAvoy as the Will.
No. Dude, I got one. Shut up.
The dude who plays Avatar in the movie Avatar, the blue one.
Oh, the guy that plays Jake?
He's Mad Max Fury. Yeah.
Oh, you mean Tom Hardy?
No,
Tom Hardy as the Will? Tom Hardy as the Will?
Yes, there we go.
I would be cool with that.
Actually meaning Tom Hardy, but now that you said Tom Hardy, I'm kind of down with that.
Tom Hardy as the Will would be okay.
I'd allow it.
What about Jonathan Majors?
Who's that?
He played King?
I know who you're talking about. No, I like Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy as the Will?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it too, honestly. That is the best.
Oh, but you know what? We're talking animated.
Yeah.
So animated could change the whole thing up.
Yeah.
I was thinking like live action this whole time, even though we said
too. All right. So Stephen Lang for everybody.
Yeah, Stephen Lang. Voice everybody.
What characters would Anthony be?
Ooh, that's what we should do. Is like, well, we already did me. Anthony.
I feel like I could be the Marco type. I don't like to really fight.
You are a Marco type.
I could see you being Marco.
You said you can really fight?
No, I said I don't like to fight. I feel like I relate
Marco's good at fighting.
Yeah, he's a warrior.
He doesn't like to fight, but when he does, he's like Wolverine in that bitch.
Yeah, I didn't want to reveal that part, like just in case anyone wants to step up, they can find that.
Rip someone's head off.
Yeah, exactly. They don't know what I got. No, I like I like Marco's like philosophy throughout the whole book. Like I could always like agree with the decisions he's about to make. He's a dad now, so like once he knows whatever he has to do is to protect his wife, protect his kid.
He like commits to it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I really like Marco. I mean, that's who I like, I guess, a lot. That's what I love. The Will. Obviously, I know I'm not the Will, but you know,
I think
I'm bald enough to be the Will. So that counts for something.
You are not the Will.
I just said I'm not, but I'm saying I'm bald enough to be the Will.
Who would you be?
Anthony would definitely be. I think Marco. I think I could see Anthony being.
I think we haven't read enough about him yet, but I bet you guys would pick the baby seal dude, Goose, who works on that.
Goose.
Dude, don't reveal his shit. That guy, that one little scene was awesome.
Yeah, he's a character. Yeah, you see more often for sure. But
he's that one
like
scene.
That guy.
I actually took a screenshot of it. I'm like,
yeah, he's great.
So much. This little him and his walrus.
Yeah.
Dude, what about that monster with the giant testicles?
Oh yeah. When they're on the planet, but it's not actually a planet, it's a giant baby
egg for like some black hole baby.
Time suck.
Yeah, the time suck. That
shit was insane.
Dude, it was just crazy. And like, you know what I liked about this comic is that it didn't offer you any explanation for how any of its weird magic or sci-fi shit worked. It was just like, this is a time suck. And you're just like, all right, cool. Like this is
it's not a good thing.
I mean, that's the weird thing is like it does world building, a really good world building, but it doesn't like kind of like give you like a list like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter style as far as how their magic works. It just is.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you know they have it, you know that you have to.
They kind of just unveil how things work through the story rather than like spelling it out for
Right,
you.
like each spell requires something different. So the character might do something a bit random in order to do something that will save them in that moment.
Dude, when fucking Marco and his mother go to chase down the ghost girl, Isabel.
Yeah.
And dude, there's a part where he has like an axe and he swings it in the air and it like rips a hole in like time and space. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
they have they're powerful.
They're super. This universe is super powerful. I would hate to go toe to toe with any of these people.
Yeah. We're not coming out
unless
of
it's like walrus.
Dude, the Will smashes a dude's head with his bare hands.
Dude, the pedophile pimp guy.
Yeah.
Well, wait, who's Cody? We didn't do Cody yet.
Jake also I could see as the special agent Gale. And as Lion Cat?
Lion Cat.
Yeah, and the other agent for what's his name? The Will. The seahorse agent.
Oh yeah.
It's very BoJack-like in many ways.
Yeah.
When reading it, it's just like it's very BoJacky.
Okay, so who's Cody?
Cody, you're the pedophile pimp for sure.
You bitch. Fuck you. Eat shit.
You just said you hosted a giant orgy. Who better to show you Sextillion than Cody
I'd rather be
Cannon?
Mama's son.
Why? You could be.
I'm not Mama's son.
Dude, who better to greet us like landing on Sextillion than Cody Cannon?
I'm one of those giant naked heads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those things were sick.
Yeah, heads with legs.
Yeah. So who am I though? Really?
Cody's the time suck because he's always late.
Yo,
and he's a big baby.
Oh.
And on the outside of him is a guy with giant balls and a small dick. So yeah, you're the time suck, Cody.
Okay, no, who am I really?
I just laid it out.
What were you talking about? We just said it. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, well, we gave each other like one or two characters. So you have a little bit of time suck in you.
You said he's a pimp too.
Oh yeah,
no, I'm not taking that bullshit. Not at all. I'm not.
You're Hazel. You're Hazel.
The baby.
Yeah.
Can you imagine my voice just telling this story?
Entire comic.
This is the story of my mom and dad. They were star-crossed lovers. I was just born.
Who else is there?
We don't really get introduced to that many more people in this one. In these volumes, so this is what I was saying. So by the end of these two volumes, we have the Will, Gwendolyn, and the girl he saves from Sextillion.
Yeah.
They're in one little group that is chasing down Marco and Alana. The Will...
working for Gwendolyn.
Yeah, the Will has a bounty and Gwendolyn has beef with
Marco.
They have history. Then you have Prince Robot.
That's his ex-fiance.
Yeah, you have Prince Robot chasing them down. By the way, Prince Robot, like Cody was saying earlier, these characters are not just straight up villains, straight up heroes. They're flawed. But Prince Robot, for instance, we find out his motivation is basically his wife is about to have a baby and he needs to get Marco and Alana before his wife gives birth so he could go back to the planet. He's not allowed to go back home until he captures them.
Yeah.
So his whole motivation is to capture them so he could see the birth of his child. So you're not rooting for him too much just yet, but I say keep an eye on Prince Robot as the story goes on. You might find you might like him more as it goes on. At least I did. After this volume.
For sure. Every single character. And the characters you start out loving, at times you end up fucking hating.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you guys really don't have anything for me?
You're the sex slave girl.
No. The baby.
Well, why do you get so offended?
No, I'm just saying pick something. I just want to...
we gave you like 4 options and you said no. Who do you want to be? Who are you? Who
do you see yourself as?
The only ones in these volumes... Oswald,
The father?
Oswald,
the author.
but he seems so chill. You just
He didn't seem chill.
described
He pulled a gun out on Prince Robot.
Well, yeah, he did.
He was like, they were like,
I don't think Cody would pull a gun on
it
someone.
was a very Quentin Tarantino like dialogue between the two.
It
Like,
was.
They both knew what they were doing. He even says, he was like, oh, like right before he leaves his house, Prince Robot says, what battle did you say your son died in? And he was like, I didn't.
Yeah.
And then they both like, ah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, the
like
cool thing
Mexican
about
standoff
Oswald is
style.
that he writes like trashy pulp novels, and apparently one of his novels Alana fell in love with, but the plot of it was kind of like the catalyst for her falling in love with Marco and seeing that the war was kind of bullshit. Apparently this author has the power to do that with his writing, and Prince Robot is smart enough to figure that out too. He's like, I know this isn't bullshit, you know. Like anytime, that's what makes that scene so good with the dialogue they're having. He's like, anytime Oswald is trying to be like, nah, this story sucks. Like I purposely wrote it. Like I was trying to get a quick check. And then Prince Robot's like, yeah, but I think something's up. You know, like obviously it's more words than that, but
It felt very much like the opening or the scene with what's his name in Inglourious Bastards.
yeah, I know exactly what you mean with Christoph
hunting the
Waltz.
Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it
Christoph
literally
Waltz.
has them under the floorboards in the comic as well.
Christoph Waltz as
Yeah.
Prince Robot. That would be good.
Ooh.
I could see that. Even
He's
though
a-
Prince
he's a
Robot is
little-
young too. Yeah.
Yeah, but time out. Remember, this is just voice we're doing.
Right.
Voice alone.
Okay, okay, well, fuck it. I'll just be the time suck. Eat my ass. I hate you guys. I hate you all.
Are you
I hate
mad that we
all.
didn't pick Oswald as Cody?
No, I'm just mad that you didn't pick any real characters. You picked a giant black hole time suck. You guys are supposed to be my fucking friends.
No, we're
This
honest
is-
on this podcast.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
we don't
You
always
shit
have
on me all the
analogs
time.
though. I feel like I always get the worst characters.
That's true. You do. I was gonna call Anthony the sex slave originally.
Of course you were. It says more about you than it does about me, Jake.
Sure.
All right.
That's hilarious.
Anthony could be slave girl.
Slave girl. There we go. That's her name.
Anthony could be slave girl. I accept that.
All right. Are you happy, Cody, that cheer you up with her?
Yeah.
That balanced the scale.
Oh man.
But no, anyway, so at the end of the second volume, we're left with a cliffhanger. Prince Robot is at Oswald's house, but it actually turns out Marco and Alana and the gang got there before him and they're in hiding.
Yeah,
They must have
they're
been there
hiding.
for like a week or so. Prince Robot doesn't know that. And we're just left with that final page where they're like, "Oh shit, what are we gonna do?"
Yeah.
It's good. That's a good cliffhanger because you really don't know what the fuck's about to happen.
I want to read more. Honestly, I'm down to read
Dude,
more.
we're gonna do it. I say we do it like once. I say we do it like once every couple months. Like do an episode, like maybe cover the every couple months. Just do it kind of like we did with Philadelphia.
Yeah, when
Especially because the volumes are just now starting back up. Anthony, have you read any of the new ones?
No, so that's the thing about Saga. They took a long hiatus, a couple of years actually, maybe a few years between like
few
issue
years.
like 53 and 54 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I have to, so rereading volumes 1 and 2, now I'm going to keep reading and catch up again so I can read the new issues, which I have. I have the new issues, but I haven't read them yet.
I think I'm going to wait and read the new ones with the comic, maybe.
Nice.
I mean, like with the podcast.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, the thing
Yeah.
about Saga is that I must have reread volume 1 so many times. I really want to literally say at least 10 times just because it was always kind of a while before I read the next volume. Sometimes it took a while for them to come out. But at this point, if you jumped into Saga, you have a solid 50 plus issues to read. And we were talking about this before.
Each one
It's
is
kind of a
9
quick
volumes.
read. Yeah, 9 volumes. Yeah, right.
Or each half. That's where the hiatus took point. Was after volume 9.
Yeah, but each volume is like 6 issues, like pretty much a normal standard trade. And it's a quick read, you know. It's not a dense comic by any means, you know. All this stuff is happening.
Is really on display. Like, is a primary focus.
Yeah, like sometimes art will take up a lot of pages more so than any dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
lots of splash pages for sure.
Splash.
All right, so then how many Joe Pesci's are we giving Sagas Volume 1 and 2?
You know what I'm giving it. You know.
Yep. I know.
I'm giving it a 6. I'm giving it a 6.
6 here too, fellas. So it's a
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm giving it a 6. Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's the best. It was incredible.
I was surprised, you guys. I'm going to be honest, because I never would have read it had it not been for this podcast. Of all the recommendations so far, I think I've liked this one the most.
But why though? Like, it's, you know, it's an indie comic. It's Image, so it's not.
It just grabbed me.
I just feel like on glimpse, this isn't the style of comic Jake would go for. I don't think it's like that. He would hate it. I honestly knew if he gave it a chance. It's just too good to not. You know what I mean?
Also, it's not, you don't really know what you're getting into. It's just Saga. You don't like the cover is just Alana and Marco. You don't really know what's happening.
But the covers are even Star Wars-esque in the way
they are. They
kind of remind me of the posters.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree. Very postery vibes.
They're not stuck on one desert planet for like 15 movies. That's one of the best things about the comics. They take advantage of the fact that they're in a universe that could have anything and anybody, and they really, you know, we've talked about there's just so many cool creatures, and more pop up, and it's just so cool. Like Saga's great.
Every you keeping like how many, like it's also Game of Thrones-esque in the way that like it continues to, it's always adding characters and elements and stuff like that. It's such a dense universe.
Yeah, things get complicated just when you think things are going well. Bad shit happens.
Boom.
You know, you just find out other agents are operating in the world. You know, there's way more people doing more shit. It's cool. It's hard to not want to talk about what comes after this, but it's worth reading for sure.
You know what I'm also getting, which I know Mandalorian came afterwards, but hard Mandalorian vibes, you know, the Will and the child. Sex slave child. Who like can hear because she was born on a comet, and like that Gwendolyn even says she's like at one point she's like comet people are weird.
Yeah.
And then remember Gwendolyn has that necklace that are connected to the rings she gave Marco.
Yeah.
And the little girl's like, oh, I can hear the rings. They're in that direction. Yeah. That shit was sick.
Ooh, I just can't wait to talk about the next volumes, because I want to say something, but it would just
I don't keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, you guys ruined it enough.
I definitely spoiled Black Hammer for Cody.
Yeah. Well,
that's another thing we should do. There's more issues of Black Hammer we could talk about.
Black Hammer, I'm down for that.
Hell yeah.
We should let the commies decide what comic that has more issues that we haven't talked about yet should we do. Should we do a sequel to Black Hammer? There's more Philadelphia we could do. There's Philadelphia spin-offs we could do.
We should definitely do
also we haven't done
Philadelphia.
We haven't done Department of Truth.
I'm down for that. I have that. I'm down for that.
Truth is sick.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for being sluts.
Saga sluts.
Saga sluts.
I'm a Saga slut for sure.
Me too.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Go like our shit, rate us, give us blowjobs, do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, keep the dream alive.
Keep the dream alive. Yeah,
and send Cody a message. Say, this is the character in Saga you remind me of. He really needs that right now. Just
let him know. Read Saga. Give him
my friends let me down. So. I would have taken anybody. Just any character. The baby has no lines.
We did give you the baby, didn't we?
Yeah, the baby has no lines. You guys, you fucking assholes.
But it's basically a baby Galactus. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. You don't like Galactus?
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Oh, Galactus rules, but I'd rather be full-grown Galactus. You know
When
what
he
I mean?
pops up, listen, in the next volumes, we'll give you a better character. We absolutely promise we'll give you a better character in the next episode that we do a Saga.
Okay, sick. I accept that.
Great.
Jake.
All right, peace out.
Oh,
Go to
all right,
comicsandchronic.com, guys.
yeah. Suck a fart.
Time suck.
Ooh.
Time suck.
Yeah.
I knew you'd come around to it.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jacob H.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics N Chronic. That's comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo.
Peace.